Had a lovely little pee. Let me. Agusa Mantua.
I was listening to my boss the other day and he was talking to the supervisor about Fortnite. I had to stop myself from gagging.
Not big on Fortnite.
He's a huge normie.
Dead.
What?
Sid, what's a normie? Am I a normie?
I don't think you are. Too weird.
Was that pop-up? Is the Turk about to attack? Who is it? Is it Venice? Clicked OK before
no, he was about to
it.
attack. He's about to attack Amherst.
Yeah.
Not very helpful. House of Amherst ends the War of the Roses. Fair enough. Good for the House of Amherst. Edward Amherst. Someone who grew up in Amherst, it's very weird to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hate that. A new coin. Would you like to lose 10 Republican tradition or get to inflation? Well, fuck me, right? And to inflation it is. Oh, it was Venice.
No, it was
Holy shit.
Venice,
Alright. Alright. Game changer, yo. I saw one earlier that was Amherst, but I guess that was a different one that I missed that was Venice. Well, that's fantastic news for me. Let it.
Good news, everyone.
Good news, everyone.
Got my two little Balkan buddies
It's
here.
It's
Very
actually
pleased.
everybody. Good news, everybody.
Oh, is it? You would know that.
You would know that indeed. My bad though. Thank you for the correction, Sid. I stand
Good news, everyone.
well and truly corrected. I really hope he doesn't try and snatch a piece of like this part of Venice. That would annoy the fuck out of me. Then they get the Ottomans sitting between.
Ottoman Treviso, are you saying that would be
That would be my nightmare. Yeah.
Poland always rivals me.
Oh wow, Aragon is like dead.
Yep.
Oh no,
And,
that's the restoration of union against Hungary.
Enrique reigns in Castile.
May he never die.
Long live the king.
Nope. I will take.
I don't recall giving them access. That's strange. Oh, it's because you have access through me. That's why. So if you want to trap him... Actually, no, he's gonna get to Austria before you can trap him.
But you just want a Holstein, right? Like Schleswig and Holstein? It's probably not too expensive to get.
It's only at 4% right now. I can tick it up to 16.2.
Yeah, so wiping out the little centers. What I've noticed, maybe it's just incidental, but like the past few games I've done, nobody goes reformed. So you only have to worry about the 3 Protestant centers. It can be a huge pain in the ass if it's like one of the little like city-states, imperial cities, like right in the middle, and you can't get to them. That's the only problem.
What do you do if it's not a one-province minor and the center of Reformation isn't in their capital?
What do you mean?
Well, when you
so the 2 ways
force
to do
religion.
it, yeah, you can force religion in the peace. Well, I was talking about like manually conquering them and converting them yourself. Is what I was on about. That's the other way to wipe them out. You have to have enough to go over like the 5% penalty. That's what I was referring to.
Got a cardinal nephew, y'all. Damn, I actually want to kill the Pope.
French always get the most cardinals.
Got a bunch of shitty Catholic land.
Oh wow, Naples conquered quite a bit down there. It's pretty cool. It's all beautiful purple.
Gonna have to beat him up though, is the problem. Well, he doesn't have a navy anymore. Maybe like Venice, actually.
It's on 1 speed, by the way.
Oh shit, good call. Do you need 2 or are you okay with 3?
2, please.
Oh god, the trade leagues drive me fucking nuts.
Yep. Bring your patience with you.
Yep. Florence, Savoy, Aragon, and...
Vibrators run naturally, you know. It's supposed to be Adam and Eve, not Florence on the machine.
I shouldn't like that joke as much as I do, but I do enjoy it. Even not Florence in the...
Hey, Sid.
You played any more Postscriptum?
I have, yeah, one.
Might do some later if we finish this.
Sure.
I played a bit of that, but I was not that happy with it.
My main complaint is it's essentially just squad, right? So I don't see why it needs to be its own game.
I miss... Did we used to play World War II online together, Sid?
We did, yes.
Yeah, I missed that. Those were
Well,
good days.
it's basically like World War II online. Right, Sid?
Yeah. I was reminiscing with one of the guys when we were in a tank section. But the old days.
The
Right,
old
because
World War II online days.
He was climbing out of the assistant driver's position so he could stand on top of the tank with his binoculars, and I was saying, we couldn't do that in World War II online. We had to task an infantryman to walk around with the tank, right, to be the ears and the eyes. Especially the fucking French tanks. Where is the enemy, while driving through like a screen of German anti-tank guns who can't do anything to him.
So they're going to be adding another theater, by the way. Do you want to know what it is, Sid?
What is it?
I said, do you want to know what it is?
Yes, I do want to know what it is.
Do you really want to know what it is?
No, I don't want to know anymore.
Well, that's alright then.
That's annoying behavior.
I think I'm gonna do quality first.
Now, Mac, come on, admit it. I've changed for the better over these past few years that you've known me.
Spoken to you in like an 8.
I know, thank God.
I don't know if you changed for the better.
Sid, it's going to be in Sicily.
Oh, lovely.
Sicily's
won't have
beautiful
to-
this time of year.
Yeah, they won't have to change up many of the vehicles either. Maybe just add new paint jobs to them, and that's it.
I think it's going to mostly focus on the US and British versus the German and Italians.
Ah, that's going to be fun. I ever tell you about my great
Yes.
uncle? He was a commando and he shot that Italian officer behind a tree because he kept complaining about being taken prisoner. Oh, war crimes.
Christ.
So,
he was like a colonel, and he was like, "Oh, you can't take us prisoners. There's only 5 of you, and there's like 50 of us." And he kept going,
I'm
kept
gonna
going to
declare
walk
war
off.
on the Pope.
What's up?
I think I'm gonna declare war on the Pope.
With what purpose?
I know that's impious of me. Well, he's allied with Mantua. Looks like a way I could circumvent the Ottoman guarantee of, not Mantua. What the fuck am I talking about? Ragusa. That's the one.
Ragusa.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it. If you want to, you could even then call me in, and I could pick up Romania off that war.
Matt, could you switch your vote to me, please?
Oh, am I not voting for you? Sorry, buddy.
I've only literally just looked and realised myself.
Sorry about that. Of course I'll change my vote. Sure.
I wouldn't vote for Sid.
Now you can do your little claim thing.
4 more years.
Running on a
Oh, yeah.
platform of incompetent more executions and
Hope and change. Sid, if
Manchester, can you call me in when you declare war on the Pope?
yeah, if you want, sure.
I would love to.
2 more
because
months.
then I can. Oh, I'll take Romagna then. So that works for everyone.
so Sid,
Mhm.
if you want to play postscriptum after you've finished your game, is that going to be what, another hour or two?
Ask these guys.
Hours. Probably 4.
You want to play for another 4 hours, Mac?
Yeah, for sure. I love playing EU with the boys. This is like I grew up with this.
True.
We've been
10
doing
years.
this. The 3 of us
Yeah.
have been doing this for 10 years. I can put tons of hours in. I love these 2 boys.
No homo.
All the homo. Don't be afraid.
I think Sid's insecure with his masculinity. But anyway, what you let me know, and maybe Manchester and Mac can come and play postscriptum with us, Sid. You can get them to buy it. They're your boys,
Yeah.
apparently.
Buy for them if they wanted to play it.
That's really unfortunate. I had what's it called? I got the penalty anyway.
Oh, what's that?
The -2 for great relations. I didn't think I would.
Oops.
I'm sorry, friend.
I thought 'cause I was getting. That's okay. I just thought 'cause I was getting called in as an ally. You know.
So Joe had a good question. What is this team speak?
I thought it was your guys' team speak.
It's Sid's buddies TeamSpeak, I think, right?
Oh, okay, because Sid
No,
just gave it to me.
it's his buddies' TeamSpeak.
Who's buddies?
I like how we've all Guts and Shuggy are using it now too.
It's Johnny's buddies' TeamSpeak.
Ah, right. Very good. Because someone recently jumped down into a channel, one of the admins on the server, and was like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And I'm like, "Oh, do you know Sid and Manchester?" And then and he's like, "No."
That's so funny. That's excellent. So funny. I love that.
Let me walk through your lands, bro.
Sure.
They seem fine with us using this TeamSpeak.
Mac, I would
If we were
help you,
smart,
but the
we
Austrians,
do Discord.
they won't give me
Oh
access.
yeah.
to
Can you give him access? Sid?
Who?
Manchester?
Oh, right, yes.
Belated acceptance. Wunderbar.
I'd like to lose this battle.
I could come play with you.
Hey.
Would you like me to come play with you?
Yeah, sure.
Have hot join on?
I'll siege Mantua for you. What else can I do to help you?
Manchester doesn't want me to play.
Siege Cuneo for you. I didn't say anything. I was the first to offer to let you play. It's so false, what you just said. It's a fallacious statement.
Fallacious.
Well-
The less fun version of fallacious.
I'll connect up. I'll start up EU. I'm gonna smoke a quick cigarette and then I will join. Okay, we'll see if hot joins on and give me 5 or 10,
Whenever you're ready, friend.
and then I'll play something big next to Manchester.
And you'll probably be worse than the AI, so I don't see any.
That hurts.
Oh god, another noble plot? No. No, it's so expensive. I'm a republic. I can't afford all of this.
Sid, can I tell you a quick work story from today?
Go on. Go on.
A man, you know Kinder eggs?
Yeah.
A man stole 8 of them from us, and we caught him at the door. And we said, would you like to buy those today? And he said, sure, I'll buy these. And then he put one on the counter, and he's clearly still got 7 in his fucking hoodie. And he's like, I'll buy this one. And I'm like, man, you gotta put the rest on the counter. I don't want to call the police over fucking 8 Kinder Eggs, but so help me God, they don't pay me enough not to. I might have some fun.
I mean, aren't they illegal in America?
No, these ones don't have toys in them.
Oh, that's... Oh, thank God.
I like how they're flanking us and like trying to just invade the plains
they
of Hungary. Of course, that's what they would do.
Classic. Oh no, they're coming back. They're looping back around. They're
Oh
looping
no!
back around to go into the
I
plains
spoke
of
too
Italy.
soon. They're gonna play siege to the Mantuan province, and this game.
They're gonna go siege Ferrara. That's what they're.
So my boss says to him, said, oh, I've seen you in here before and you've stolen from us before, right? And he's clearly just like a homeless bum. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And he says, deadpan, totally believable. No, that's my brother. We look a lot alike. And my boss is like, oh, okay. And he plays along with it. And he's like, well, you get your brother in here sometime and I'm going to criminally trespass him and have him arrested. And he said, all right, fine. And then my boss says, now put everything in your pockets onto the counter. And at that point, we had all somewhat surrounded him in my register. There were 3 fucking sales associates around him for some reason. We take it really seriously at that job. I don't know why. And I don't want to get stabbed over a Kinder Egg, Sid. Okay?
No, it's not worth it. No. That's why you just let him steal. Because it's just like...
I mean...
It's not worth it.
Let me tell you something. Late at night when I'm closing up the pharmacy... I just let people walk with it.
How late do you work now?
Coming.
How late do you work?
9 o'clock.
Yeah.
I close up shop at 9. But I'm not
people
gonna
who
fuck
work
with someone.
People who work those 24/7.
Fuck no.
I don't know how the
yes,
fuck
they
do that.
exist.
Yeah,
they exist. Thank God we're not a 21st hour CVS. Oof. I did.
Oh, you work at CVS? That's tough.
Yeah. I enjoy it. Just don't want to get stabbed over a Kinder Egg. That's all. But I enjoy it.
Good people of our country are here. The Wallachians and Bosnians.
Yeah.
Giving their blood for Milan.
Oh yeah.
Those are independent sovereign nations, Manchester. How dare you? This won't possibly lead to issues in a couple 100 years.
Listen, I've approached this very intelligently. I've vassalized them. They're retaining their autonomy as independent Balkan nations. I mean, how could this possibly...
It's weird.
Listen, I'm thinking ahead here.
I certainly don't believe in a pan-Slavism movement. I mean, Russia's so far away.
This bastard. Oh, no.
Shit,
there.
sorry. Where? What?
It's my fault as well. I should have been more diligent.
So anyway,
You can probably get Ragusa now, though, separately.
He leaves, Sid. And then he throws his
I'm
coffee
not gonna get there in time.
Throws his
at my
coffee.
window. At my window behind me.
Cool.
And it just splashes all over the window behind me. We have to go and clean it. And
Nice.
I pulled my boss aside, my manager, and I said, hey man, why don't we call the police because he's across the street at the bus stop smoking crack. In public. Just smoking crack. You know, he's got the spoon out, he's smoking crack. Why don't we just fucking call the police? He's like, no, it's fine. And I'm like, what?
Oh, that's the typical retail, managerial response is just take the L.
Oh, fuck. I mean, you know, I used to be so liberal and progressive, and I used to love people, and I used to trust that homeless people were just down on their luck, you know, trying to get back up by their bootstraps. Yeah.
I give them money, and I tell them to go buy beer with it.
You know, it's funny. I don't give them money, but I give him cigs.
Oh yeah, I always give them cigarettes. Is what I don't smoke anymore, but when I did, I would. Although, so I drunkenly like had a really dramatic night a while back. On the way home, I like bought cigarettes and I smoked one, and I woke up and I left for work the next day. And I was like, I got this fucking pack of cigarettes on me I don't want. This homeless guy came up to me and asked me for a cigarette. I just gave him the entire pack. I was like, what?
Hey.
Nice moment for him though.
Good time to be that homeless guy.
Well, especially
Or
because
not, if he dies from lung cancer.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
no,
homeless. Might be better.
cigarettes are as good as money in the homeless community in this city. You give them a cigarette and they don't smoke it. They go and trade it for other shit. It's true.
God, the AI is such a fucking pain in the ass. Like, I go to peace with
Really
Savoy,
is.
I'm like, hey, maybe he'll wipe peace or whatever. And we don't have to deal with his shit. It's like, give us all of your Milanese land, and I'm like, no, white peace. You're clearly gonna lose.
Can you look?
You fucking idiot.
Can we take Cuneo and then just get him to annul treaties with Luca?
Cuneo, where's Cuneo?
Once we take Cuneo, I don't want it. I'm saying let's just when we get that siege done, he'll take a peace.
Okay.
And you can ask him to annul treaties with like Luca. That makes my life a little easier.
Just Luca?
If you can get Naples too, sure, it'd be great.
Okay,
I
fair
also
enough.
don't want to. Yep. And Mantua will annul with Genoa and Hope, I think. Can't take him this war. Bad boy would be outrageous.
So Mantua. Yeah,
Have them annul with everyone, basically.
Annul with
Switzerland, Genoa. Yeah, Genoa, Papua. Papal States, not Papua. And money. 23 debt province, so if I'm getting it like this, you know what I mean? Not good. Probably get that piece out of Savoy now, and then we actually have to push it, get it done.
Do you still smoke, Sid?
No.
Okay, so I can do Luca.
Here, hold on, because we're in a fight, so if we can.
Okay.
So if we can, we were gonna lose that battle.
I have
That's
less
fine.
points right now.
True. God damn it.
Or do you want to completely occupy him? Because I can send my army over and we can do it.
I think it's fine. I think if we
Yeah.
just get him to annul his treaties with Naples and.
No, we need more
Or, I mean-
points. He's won't surrender.
God damn it. God damn it. Alright, let's go knock him out of the fucking war. Christ, what a fucking ass. Half my country's occupied, everything's going terribly, but yeah, you know. I'm ready to hold out. I value my friendship with
It's 4 arbitrary nations that I just picked at random, throwing darts at the
Exactly.
fucking board.
These relationships, they mean so much that my people will suffer under the yoke of the occupation of a foreign power in order to preserve this beautiful thing. What you can do maybe is just go take Rome.
Oh
can go
yeah,
finish off
yeah, I'll do
Savoy.
that. Okay. My little Balkanites will help you over there as well.
I mean, I'm EU3 probably, right? Is everyone good? Oh, Sid's doing a big war.
Should attack Prague, Sid, so you get the defensive advantage.
I cannot because of the castles.
Huh?
I could move
Castles.
there originally,
He's
but
trapped.
now I can't move
Trapped
there.
now. Because they make so much sense, the movement rules.
The fort rules are super, yeah.
I've
super
had so
functional.
many situations where I can walk into a province and then I can't
And then not walk out.
walk out of it.
Yep.
Yeah, I could move there originally, but now I have to wait. Oh well. Pilsen isn't that far away from being on siege. I think I'll get it before Prague falls to the counter siege. There we go.
Hey, I was gonna say, you do underestimate the power of AI sieging, but it appears this time you did not. I've been to Pilsen as well, actually. And Prague.
Did you know that Budweiser is actually named after a place in Bohemia, but it's not called Budweiser anymore because that's, you know,
German name.
yeah.
So you still have Budweiser Budva, which is a Czech beer that the American Budweiser beer is like quote unquote based off of. Although the Budweiser Budvar is actually much nicer. $10-0 to raise war taxes for 2. Hell yeah. I only get 21 bad boy for taking Roma. That is perfect. Oh, I love Milan. Milan is such a nice country, honestly.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a favorite.
One of the all-time greats. Spending all my military points right now on strengthening my government. 91. That's what I'm talking about. Got a 46-year-old who's already been reelected once. Feels good, man. So my company, because you know, like all of the tech companies are going through this, like, going through this sort of crisis of, oh, we're all a bunch of like nerd bros, and so we need to be more inclusive and stuff. So we're doing a big like like diversity and inclusion initiative. And each of the offices are getting D&I committees, and there was an open nomination process, and apparently someone nominated me to be on the committee for diversity and inclusion. Oh, that's very sweet.
Feels a bit like the fall of the Roman Empire, to be honest.
Listen, this is it's your fault as a man that women don't want to become engineers.
Yes.
You
Oh, I
better,
mean, I do
you
get
better
the-
include them anyway.
I do get the point of like, if you create a culture that's super masculine, women will self-select out. So by encouraging more women in the workplace, you actually get access to more talent because more women are interested in working in that, which means there's a larger pool long-term for you to work with. I do see the logic in that argument. Look at Sid. My
doing it.
Emperor strikes back.
I'm doing it. The training wheels are off.
What did you say? The Empire Strikes Back?
Yes.
That's cute. Well done. An iron fist and a velvet glove.
That's the title of my autobiography.
That's one wild night, I'll tell you what.
With the iron fist and the velvet glove. That sounds like a good night now that I think about it. I'm on board. Verona. Has been going on. That's not too slow because we're on 2. Did you still need 2?
No, I should be okay now, thanks.
Give me a shout if you have any issues. I'm happy to bring it back down. Me and Manchester are in the final sieges phase of the war, so we're just doing nothing. The issue with those super ambitious achievement runs is you always get to that like final 100 years, and then you're like, oh shit, I have to do all this stuff still. Start going, and like you have to just constantly be at war after that, basically. Alright, Savoy, let's get them to annul their treaties with Lucca, Naples, and maybe just money and shit. Let me quickly look. How much? What is the bad boy I get if you?
You have to check
can
yourself.
you get them to? Yeah, can you get them to release Montferrat, maybe?
Sure,
Savoy?
totally. Yep.
Nope. Go after Montferrat. Of course, allied with Aragon right away.
Eat it.
Eat it. And joins the Venetian Trade League.
Window of 1 day to declare war.
Yep, pretty much. Oh, you decided to build a spy network first. That was your mistake. Florence just declared war on Savoy. What? Switzerland just declared war on Savoy. Jesus. Apparently these people have been waiting in the wings. I could do that. Alright, should we make that peace? Give you boy Romagna and a bunch of money for everyone. We attack, what's it called, dude? Hungary now owes us 24 favors. Trust me, that's what I'm gonna do. That with real players, that's too bad. The Pope just went into the Venetian Trade League too.
Yeah, I
damn
just
it.
saw that. That's funny. Yeah, yeah. I love it.
Fuck this game, dude. Honestly, sometimes.
At least in theory, the trade leagues are supposed to go away once they hit minus 50 prestige. Actually, did they get rid of it? Maybe they got rid of that. Yeah.
Why is nobody mad at Florence? Hungary, 6th largest country in the world. Like it. We're gonna have to beat up, I guess, Poland or the Turks soon, huh?
Someday. Poland's got the PU, don't they? Yeah, they do. It's scary. Turkey is also scary.
Yeah.
Turks do have a 001 regency because we didn't put Lucky on. But they have a god heir still, nonetheless.
Although government type. Oh, baby. Imperial Liberation War. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How long is Aragon? Wrong. I think of Aragon as being like the powerful menace, but it's like they got 17k force limits. They have a lot going on.
Lost the Naples PU. No Iberian wedding because they haven't had different genders.
3k still on the throne too.
Oh, Enrique, we hardly knew ye.
455 technological powerhouse of Castile. Most backward country in Europe.
Good for them. Oh shit, I have unbalanced research.
That's what you get for emphasizing one category over the others. How dare you?
No, I don't.
How fucking
What I
dare
get
you?
for it's what I get for not emphasizing it, because unfortunately admin points are used for everything in this game. Alright, do I go for it? Try and fight? I think I might try and fight. Our buddy is in Venice now. They're million little soldiers.
Do you have enough boats?
Well, so who's in their trade league? I guess. Oh shit, they have.
It's quite a
Pope.
lot, actually.
They didn't have the Pope.
It's 8 each. Yeah.
If they didn't have the Pope, it would have been fine, but with the Il Papa, it's a bit much. Got 20 light ships, and I got galleys. Got 20 galleys, and I got 15. That's obnoxious. I don't know what to. Fuck, Luca joined the Venetian Trade League. It's awful too. When does what's it called fire Shadow Kingdom 1500?
1492, I think. Right.
1490, I think.
Fucking. Touch and go at times, but I was like, ideally, I would not expand within the Empire until 1492, but I'm like kind of out of options, you know. I want to go after Venice, but Venice has boats, so it has a fort. Yeah, I have to actually win the battle there, and I don't have enough ships. Maybe I just take the provinces for now. Maybe that's what I do. I just take Treviso and Friuli. You should also just keep an eye on your electors. Should be okay, but given that I'm gonna, leave the Empire soon, you'll lose one of your votes.
Okay, thanks.
I'm leaving with the event, right? So 9 years.
Pass the reform soon.
I can pass one right now, but I'm in a war. think I can pass it anyway. Who's Oh yeah, everyone is for the reform except for the people I'm at war with, and Milan.
Right, how do I change that?
You need to go to the Empire tab, and I think there's a little box you can check to indicate that you are for the next Imperial reform.
Oh, there you go.
Dankeschön.
Bad boy. Under the faith. There's our golden age from our boy.
Yep.
That's gonna be a fun one, huh? Alright, so I'm gonna be a little dodgy and actually try and fight Venice.
Okay.
And try and take Treviso and Fulia and humiliate him. I think we'll try and break apart that trade league. If I end up getting swamped by little bastards, can I call one of you guys in?
Yep.
It'd be okay, but just in case, because there's just M's running around. Venice is at war with... Very interesting. Where's the Neapolitan fleet? My first idea group should be quality.
I think if you go quality, you would get infantry combat policy, which combos really good with the infantry combat you already get as a baseline as Milan. You'd have really good infantry, which is cool. I'm going quality eco, which is also good and gives 5% discipline.
I don't love the thing is, yeah, 'cause I don't really love the innovative ideas. I guess mercenary maintenance is nice, tech cost is nice, advisors is nice. Not bad actually. Advisor cost, yeah, and it was actually pretty good. I take it back. I take it back completely. I was wrong.
If you think about it, Inno and Eco, they're kind of, I don't know, very similar. Inno gives you more Monarch points with the cheaper tech costs. It saves you money with the cheaper advisors, which is really nice if you have like level 3, 4, 5. Eco, like in long term, the tax boost is kind of eh. But it gives
goods
you
produced is nice though.
But it gives you production. Does it give you?
Inflation's not
I don't
bad.
think. Does it give you goods produced? I don't think it does.
Oh, is it just production efficiency? I
It's
thought
just,
it was.
it's just production. But it gives you
Actually, if I look at the two,
dev costs, which is a lot of free Monarch power too, which is nice.
well, like that dev cost is more valuable, I think, if you're a, Western nation as opposed to a European one. I do Inno. I think I like Inno actually. Maybe I'll do Inno as my first group, and then quality as my second one.
Hey. Of all nations, Hungary is a beacon torch of progress.
Yeah, I'm gonna do innovative, I think. And the prestige is nice too, right? Yeah, prestige, mercenary maintenance. Yeah, no, I like it a lot actually. Oh. It.
The Ottoman Regency has actually put his expansion on hold, which is interesting.
I want that and that. Okay. Hey. Helga. Cool. Everyone and their fucking mother rivals me. Holy shit. As soon as I lose one, a new one shows up to remind me how badly they want me to be rivaled. I forgot if you're just building galleys, it's just super cheap to go over force.
Yeah, galleys are super affordable.
Hey guys.
Like,
Cool.
welcome back.
Do you know why I stopped smoking? It's because I work in a goddamn freezer, and I keep getting like pseudo pneumonia all the fucking time while I'm smoking.
Should try
Is Mac? Oh fuck. Does Mac smoke?
I quit. I vape now only.
Does Manchester smoke? Ah, thank God.
I was smoking a pack a day for 10
We're all
years.
smokers here.
Yeah.
In July, I stopped.
Joe has said that he will join us in our quote archaic shit. Archaic shit. He spelled it wrong. Archaic shit. He's coming.
What does that mean?
It means that
Looking at
TeamSpeak is
TeamSpeak.
yeah.
He
World
belongs to the glorious, what's it called?
Discord Empire.
Discord Master Race, yes.
I fucking hate Discord.
I'm starting to not care for it either. I don't like all the fucking notifications I get.
Yeah, I get like, there's a constant overlay. It boots on, like, I installed it once and they were like, we're gonna make you make your life part of us forever now. And I'm like, fuck you. Fuck Discord.
I've muted every server I'm in.
Give us your data.
And somehow it still gives me fucking notifications. I don't even know how.
Yep.
We're bitching about Discord, Joe. Glad to have you here.
Discord is better.
You can go now. Thanks for joining us.
Polls are not doing well against the Muscovites, apparently.
You know, Sid, Joe played a bit of postscriptum with me.
Yeah, it seemed pretty good. But
It went really well, and he had a lot of fun. Shut up, Joe.
I have a 760 graphics card. The minimum requirements for a 770.
He's got a gigabyte of VRAM. Did you know that?
It's not enough.
He's only got a gigabyte. Is this that computer that you built yourself, like, what, 5 or 6 years ago when we first, when we were first knowing each other?
Yep.
I feel that pain. I know the feel.
I got this.
I bought a
computer
new one this year, so I'm very excited.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be getting another one in probably February or so. January, February. See how much money I got.
Did you know that Sid came to America, Joe? And I fucking bailed on him.
I'm gonna see
Wow,
if
you're
I
a really
can.
shitty person.
I'm gonna see if I can run the new Paradox game, and if I can, I'll buy a new computer finally.
The Rome one?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so pumped for the fucking Rome
Because
one.
Mach
God damn it.
is super into it. He's gonna want to play with me. I'll be like, ah, shit.
I'm gonna play like nothing but that for like
Yeah.
4 years probably.
I'm gonna want to play with him. If I can't run it, I'll have to upgrade. I've been
Oh, I'm
cheap
sure
up
Joe
till
will buy
now.
it day one.
I'll buy a day one too.
You know who bought EU4 for Joe? Me. I did.
Very nice of you.
Yeah, he never did pay me back.
Why do you want me to pay you back?
Do you want to pay me back?
Not really.
It's a gift.
Oh, there we go.
It's like a Larry
Shit
David
game.
bit here. You know what a gift is? It's a gift.
Okay, Manchester.
Want to pay me back for a gift? What?
In fact, Joe, instead of $40 US, I'd like 40 British pounds, please. Thank you. You can transfer it to my PayPal at your earliest convenience.
No, I'm alright. It's really good.
Wow,
I'm
my
pretty sure I bought you
first
something anyway.
Age of Discovery perk ever. What the
You
fuck
didn't
should
build
I?
up Budapest and do a
what
big
should I
glorious
even
city?
get? No, it's only 26.
Oh, fuck it.
Wrong.
I'll come and join
Alright,
your game, guys.
I've got the religious ideas now. I'm ready,
in.
guys.
You're
Come on,
ready for
Luther.
the war.
Come on, Luther, do your worst.
I'm gonna join you. I think I'll stay Catholic this game.
You coming to play EU4, Joe? The game you love?
Not
Yeah.
particularly. No interest.
Maybe I
Yeah,
should go
so-
Protestant. I don't know. I'm up in the air.
I'd like to ask how you're doing though, Mac. Because I haven't spoken to you in probably like a year, maybe more.
Well, yeah, I go through phases of like being around and not, depending on how busy I am at work and shit, and what I'm doing with my life. I'm good. Things are good. I'm busy.
Yeah,
How
you still
about
looking for Riot?
you? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, enjoying it then, yeah?
Oh, it's good. A good job, good money.
Yeah, well, it's the same for me now, so. I think it's good for me.
Joe is
I'm a.
designing bombs to blow up the
Oh,
Taliban now. He's a good man.
I work as a software engineer for Lockheed Martin.
Okay, so you're designing bombs to blow up the Taliban. He was right.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Design
exactly what he
bomb.
said.
More complicated than that, okay?
It's cool.
He's making the drones. He's making the fucking
It's an
drones.
awesome job.
It is pretty good, Joe. Especially for a solid year, I gave Joe shit for not working. Remember that, Joe?
Yeah, I remember. I always knew I was land a decent job anyway. So just put up with your shit for a while. But we played some games, so. Yeah.
Joe, you should come visit New England.
So he can bail on you, just like he bailed on Sid. You've really set a good precedent for that one.
Listen,
drive up-
Machiavelli lives like... Sorry, not Machiavelli. Manchester lives like 2 fucking hours away, and I've never seen him.
I was willing to drive up to Portland as well, you know.
God, I know. Don't... He makes me feel bad, okay, man? Don't talk
You
about
should
it.
feel
Probably
bad.
deserve to feel bad for that. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's an empathy point. Like, I feel like that checks out.
But let's keep in mind, this is how it went down. Manchester, you didn't want to have Sid in your house.
No,
I
I didn't really.
You didn't
I don't
want to
have.
host
I don't
him
have a way
for like
to.
a week.
I don't have a way to host him, and I told him this like a year in advance. But he came anyway. I met him like 4 or 5. Did we meet 4 or 5 times? So
Yeah,
in
we
my
went to
defense,
Mr. Rogers film.
we went to see Mr. Rogers, which was beautiful.
Yeah.
Sid's a nice guy. I told him I felt bad because I wished I could have done more with him, but I did what I could. He invited himself. That's what he gets. Great guy.
But basically, this is how it went down. Sid messaged me probably 2 days into his visit to the United States, Manchester, and said, "Hey, I'll just sleep in this rented car, and I'll just come visit Portland for a day and a night." And I'm like, "Hey, man, I don't know if this is kind of intense." God knows I would have just gotten absolutely shit-faced with you anyway.
You would have
Been
enjoyed
a total
Sid, though.
embarrassment.
He's a sweetheart.
I'm sure he's a nice guy in
He's a
person.
pleasure.
And I bet Sid would have been pleasantly surprised with my demeanor, too. It's a stunning thing when people are in real life and don't have the anonymity to protect them.
Why do you treat us like we're anonymous, though, if you consistently talk to us and play games? Do we really stay anonymous at that point?
Do you think that this is a genuine friendship?
Not with you.
Sums it up really.
Joe, I've known you the longest. Do you think that we have a genuine friendship?
I told you a couple of years ago, actually.
God, you
There was
did.
a point. There was a point I considered you a good friends. That point passed. Yeah, there's no continuation to that. That's it. There was a point I considered you a good friend, and then that point passed because you pushed me too much. I was just like, yeah, whatever, fuck you then.
It's the Stockholm syndrome. What can I say, guys? I had Sid in that
I don't think it
Stockholm
works
syndrome
that way.
for a while too.
I'm Stockholm syndrome because when you messaged me going, hey Joe, want to play Milan 1? I'm like, sure. And then we play these great games for like 3 hours straight. And I'm like, oh, that's alright. I'm willing to put up with your shit.
Oh, that hurts.
It doesn't.
Oh no.
Actively trying to alienate everyone you're talking to.
Hungary is the worst event ever. It's this powerful magnates event. It just ruins everything forever until you die. Oh, it's so bad. Okay, so here are my choices. I can either get 3 this is an actual event in the computer game that we're playing. 3 stability hit, the nobility hate me, and I get a noble rebellion, or until the rest of my reign I get tax penalty, 25% tech cost, 25% idea cost,
God.
until my monarch dies.
How old is your monarch?
This event is horrible.
So he's 47, so you got like 13 years with that terrible thing, right?
What the fuck should I do though if I take it? So I either
If you
Up to
take
you.
And he
it,
lives to be
It's-
70.
yes, exactly. If you take it, he will live to be 80.
so it's
Okay.
either
I'm going to 2-speed to give you more time to think.
300 admin or oh shit, I just accepted it. Oh, I ran out of time. No. Okay, what I'll do is I'll develop until Matthias Hunyadi dies. Listen, how long could he live for? How long could
Oh,
he
this
live?
is EU.
How long could he live for?
20
You're trying to tell
years
me you've
later.
never had like a 101 who like lives for at least 17,000 years?
I know that feel. I barely played the game.
Barely
Joe
played
played
you?
one.
Top
Joe
hat
played.
cunt getting amazing monarchs all the time.
Joe played one fucking game with me, and he never touched it. You remember that multiplayer game where I got those teenage boys to gang up against you, Joe? You remember
Oh,
that
that
game?
fucking.
Bunch of fucking 16-year-olds.
Oh,
Wait,
man,
so-
they
so-
pissed me off so much.
Joe never played the game. You want him
He
to play
played-
with you.
He played 2 multiplayer games
I
with me.
played a
Don't
bit.
try to
I played-
psychoanalyze me, Mac. Don't try to psychoanalyze me.
I'm not psychoanalyzing. I'm just restating what has occurred.
He's
You
very
had a
good.
friend, you wanted
at
him to play the
analyzing
game
it.
with you, and then you went to play, and then you tried to give him the worst experience possible.
Oh, and he
This
succeeded
perhaps-
with that game as well. It's also worth saying I have 251 hours on Europa, which is almost all the top up involved.
No wonder you
So,
hate this game.
yeah.
I've never seen Joe rage quit a match. I've never seen Joe rage quit a match. In 10 years of knowing him. Sorry, 8 years of knowing him, I've never seen him rage quit a match. He rage quit that multiplayer game.
Yeah.
After putting 100 years in.
My anger was justified. I basically got rolled by like the grand coalition of like 12 players who were all fucking 16-year-olds. And when I got
But
rolled by
they
them all,
loved
they
me,
blamed
Joe.
me.
They
They
loved
blamed me, and then said that it was my fault for not doing good enough diplomacy. But yeah, okay.
Keep in mind, I was playing France and he was playing Russia.
Yeah, and he
You
kept
actually never,
talking
you
to
never
them,
formed. You never
making out
formed
that I was
Russia.
this big evil threat, and I basically conquered like 2 provinces, and then got
You did.
my shit pushed in forever.
And we were like, well, we best take all the provinces he needs to form Russia. In response.
Well, the thing was, is that I was the host of that game as well. Then I was just like, okay, well, gents, I'm not going to host this. Here's the save. Good luck. And of course,
No,
none
they
of them
never
bothered.
did. No,
Yeah.
of course not.
Of course not.
I didn't fucking host that game. How no?
It's funny because it's been so
classic.
many years since like EU3, and it's like I just remembered the games. I would just start off, I would literally fight like 5 other players all at the same time the first session, and I would beat all of them. And in this game, you just get these. Well, it's not as bad now, I think. Although I haven't played like forum games like that are listed on like the Paradox. I haven't played one like that in 8, because I played with Shoggy and Guts and stuff. But I just remember back in EU3, and playing EU4 was such a stark difference because you could be completely inept by EU3 standards and just ally with the other players, and there was nothing you could do to resist them.
Yep, numbers win, and it fucked me off so much about playing Europe.
I mean,
Yeah.
we had a really great match though, Joe. We did have a good game with Manchester and Sid. You remember that one with Freddie?
Oh, I was thinking the one with Freddie, yeah. That was
Yeah, that's the
actually
one with
genuinely
Freddie, yeah.
a great game. I really enjoyed that one.
I mean, I did become literally Hitler at one point, but it's fine.
Yeah.
EU3 is just a much more competitive game than EU4 is.
Possibly.
No, 100%.
I'm afraid I missed the MP boat for that.
This is more like a sandbox scene. This isn't a true competitive game.
No. You could play EU3 competitively, you can't play this competitive. The Monarch point system, the way they kind of create all of these drags on expanding, the way that you can't like truly customize your country in the way you could in EU3. There are a lot of cool mechanisms and mechanics that they introduced in EU4 that I think would have been cool in EU3, but at the end of the day, the core base gameplay mechanics are just not there in this one, so. It be what it be.
I don't think it be like it is, but it do.
But it do.
So I got told by a fucking like 17-year-old recently that I talk in an antiquated way.
Yeah.
He was saying some shit to me because he keeps coming in buying stuff from me while he's getting his lunch break on high school, right? And he'll try to talk to me, and I'll be like, "Man, I'm working, and I'm like got 8 years on you. Please don't try to be my friend." And this fucking kid, I think his name is John or something, he said he made fun of me, and I felt bullied like I was in high school when I said bet. Did you ever say bet in conversation?
What do you mean?
Eh?
B-E-T?
Context? Like, in what context?
I think he was like, "Oh, you're gonna get overtime this week," and I was like, "Bet."
Huh?
It means yes. It means like, yeah, gonna do that. Affirmative.
That must be a main thing, dude. I never heard that before.
Yeah.
All right, well, fuck you guys. Thanks.
I'm a
Thanks
New
for your
Englander.
solidarity.
Never heard of that.
What? Just
Telling you the truth, I never heard of it. I could lie and say, "Oh yeah, of course, I've heard that many times." But like, what? Why?
I would have appreciated that.
I
Lie to me, Mac. Lie to me.
don't get a power rush from lying to people like you do.
I've never lied to anyone.
Oh, shut the fuck up. That was a lie right there.
it's a
Christ.
joke. But I am very happy with my partner, and I'm doing fine in life and thinking about going back to school. So all in all, I would say that I'm rather happy with how things have turned out in my life. Could have been different.
what's his name?
I'm gonna let you sit there and think about what you just did. Okay, it is 2018. You can't be homophobic, Sid. You can't hate the gays anymore. Okay.
Jeez, did he just ask you his name?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the problem is.
I'm from
curious what his
Massachusetts.
name
Max from and he's Dutch. Like what? Are we scandalized? Not from Arkansas.
His name
Hell
is
no.
Joe.
But this thing
really?
that we have in the channel.
Yeah, it's Joe. Joe Pinto.
Joe Pinto.
No,
Was he like Italian or something?
Yeah, you dating a fucking eye-tie?
well, yeah, actually.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm cool with the gay stuff, but don't date the wrong kind of white. What's wrong with you?
I am a Western European. I guess I shouldn't be
That's why
going
we-
south.
that's why we love
Eastern
Mac.
European,
That's why we
met
love
the Finnish guy.
So it's a funny story. I did my genetics test through Ancestry.com, and Manchester. What do you think my genetic DNA base is?
What did you say? You were Canadian? Are you Canadian?
My family, I was raised French Catholic, like super French Canadian, ate the food, my grandmother cooked the food, that was the culture, right? I spoke French until I was 8. Yeah.
Asian.
You're not French? What are you?
I'm 18% Western European. 18% Western European.
What are you?
Slavic.
Oh, gross. Jesus Christ. That's
Where do
the
you get
worst
that
kind.
from Canadian?
Not even...
My grandmother, and apparently someone on my father's side must be, because it was over 50%, is from either Russia or Finland, and it's mostly Finland. I know that my grandmother's
Finland's not Slavic.
Yeah, Finland is Uralic. You're like me.
Yep.
You're
Oh,
an
alright,
Asian, like I am.
What?
It's a joke.
Finnish is Uralic.
It's a joke about Uralic people.
That's not a joke. I mean, they've got like
The
sort of
racist
Asian
says.
admixture.
Well,
I don't see
Uralic
how
is
there's
from
anything
like
racist about saying
it comes
they have
from-
significant
they lived to the
admixture from
east
the
side
east.
of the
They do.
Urals in antiquity originally.
Well,
Yes.
Finnish populations had some mixing from the Asian stuff.
So
Probably
anyway,
put some articles on it.
I'm mostly Finnish. I'm somewhat Eastern European, like generic Eastern European Russian, and then I'm like 18% Western Europe. So that came as a shock, and I never told my mother.
I did that as well.
Yeah.
I got like pretty much entirely Dutch. There was a decent chunk of English, which I'm confused about because I really don't know where in my family tree that came from. But because they do it by referencing gene databases of certain regions, it's possible that given the amount of genetic overlapping that's occurred between the Dutch and the English, that might be what's happening.
No, the tests are not foolproof at all. They're very
No, they're not.
They're
dubious.
certainly not. No.
Very fiddly, very fiddly. I think they're strong when you get to the very high groupings, but as you go more and more specific,
Yeah,
it becomes. And actually, it was cool in the thing. They basically say like, here's a 50% confidence interval, here's a 90%. You could actually pick the confidence interval, and it'll give you different degrees of specificity. And apparently, I got a little bit of Southern European, like 2%, and 2% of the Jew. I got a tiny little bit of Jew in me.
Oh well.
Huh?
That's enough for me, buddy.
What's up, you're Asian.
friendship officially over. No. It's fine.
How do you handle that, Sid? How do you handle that?
Sorry, what?
Your good friend Mach is Jewish.
Oh,
Hi, Jewish? Is that where we landed now? Okay.
Yeah.
shalom,
I
Rabbi.
don't know. How do we go lower than Quadroon? It's Octoon.
Octoon. That is actually the.
That
I'm not sure I'm even an Octoon now.
not even
No,
less
you're
than that
Another,
further.
you're another 2 steps and then a tiny bit more.
Decitoon.
But yeah,
Cool stuff.
I think it's my dad's family. It must be my dad's family that's Russian, because there's no way that anyone in my maternal family is Russian.
It's interesting though. So they migrated to Canada. Is that the story there?
So, my maternal grandmother, right, who's Finnish and comes from 2 Finnish parents, and they probably lived in Finland for generations, came to the United States after World War I, just before World War II. Good time to move, by the way, with the Soviet Union kind of on the door. And they came through Ellis Island. I do know that they came through Ellis Island.
I love
So,
the whole
my-
relationship of Finland with that war, because they basically originally the Allies were supporting them because they were like, oh yeah, because the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, and and then after Germany invaded the Soviet Union, the Allies pulled out, and then Germany started funding the Finnish resistance against the Soviets. The Finnish, like, hey, whoever wants to keep us independent, we'll go with that.
I think it was actually the first time in history that a democracy, like a parliamentary democracy, declared war on another democracy when the UK declared war on Finland.
You guys didn't did you declare war on Finland?
Yeah, we declared war on Finland.
Really? I had no
they
idea.
declared war on the USSR.
Wow.
Got zero chill, homie.
Well, you know what? You
Finns are
sure
great
didn't
people.
stop them from kicking the shit out of the Russians, did you? You kind of just let it happen.
They were a scrappy bunch, huh?
And then, of course, I guess my dad's side must be fucking Russian. It's the only answer, really, for that much far Eastern European, Russian, Slavic influence in my DNA. It's the only reason.
It's pretty gross, though.
One thing to note is that the sort of Russian genetics are strongly influenced by Nordic genetics, because a lot of Vikings settled in Russia. But I think more settled in the east than the west.
Rurukovich. Even Rus.
Is that your grandfather's name?
Rurukovich? That's the old royal family of Russia.
Yeah. They held the throne for like 500 years. Some
it was
ridiculous
Romanov.
time period. Yes,
Was that-
This
no,
is
that,
before the Romanovs.
this is before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes from Rurik, who is a Viking who came and settled in Rus.
Yeah.
They're the family of Ruruk.
Yeah.
He was fucking badass. He basically went into Eastern Europe and said, "No, this is mine now." Anyway.
It was like a white girl in Brooklyn.
Here's a question. Do you think I could beat France?
Here's an answer. Probably not.
He's got 43,000 troops.
Well, maybe not. Depends on the allies. Scotland, Naples. No, you can't. Cannot defeat. Well, the Palatinate Saxony. True. The thing is, they've got another 20,000 Neapolitans.
But then think about, before you answer him, how Sid executes his wars.
Does war.
His
Yeah.
war strategy.
Yeah, no, I go back.
The
I
ans-
stand by my original
The
point.
answer is no.
Sid, you don't have an extra 20,000 troops when you forget where they are.
Sid's strategy is a classic British one, though. He lets everybody else die for him first. Isn't that true, Sid?
Yes.
Go on. Yeah.
It's true. Oh, it's true. I remember that one time. I think it was like a follow-up multiplayer game, but you were being invaded as Hungary, and I was like, no, there were like 3 of us, and we were like coming in to help you, or 2 of us were coming in to help you, and I just sat at the back pillaging the enemy's provinces.
I think I do remember this.
Just hoovering up the loot, and it's like, Sid, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm looting these provinces.
I do remember this. I do recall. I was like, Sid! I think, were we, or wasn't there a game where we were, like, helping you with a war, and it was me and Manchester just, like, bleeding on the front while you were just like, oh, and there's money here, and money here? Like, what the fuck?
Joe,
Yeah.
do you remember that guy that used to play Hearts of Iron 3 with us?
Which guy? Because I played Hearts of Iron with quite a few people.
That really old guy who lived on his boat in the Pacific?
Bill.
It was Bill? Yeah.
His name
Yeah,
was
no,
Bill.
Bill was nice. He lived on a boat. I thought he was in the States.
But he only ever used the AI to control his troops.
Really?
Do you remember this guy?
I remember him. He's a lovely guy, yeah. I didn't realise he used AI to control his troops. I thought he usually played more supportive roles anyway. he's more of a, does the machinery of the nation while someone commands the troops kind of approach to the game.
I still have no idea how Hearts of Iron works, really. I've played it a bit, and I'm like, eh.
Basically, you need to spend a lot of thought, power, and time, and you need to be playing with a bunch of people who know what they're doing and are willing to act in good faith, which is probably the hardest part. And then you have a great game.
Okay,
if you don't
Joe.
have those things, though, it's shit.
Do you remember that other guy who used to play Blitzkrieg with us? And snipers and motorcycles?
You're talking about Mess You Up Good.
Yes, Mess You Up Good. God, what a guy.
Who would play the exact same map over and over again.
With the exact same
with like
strategy.
high resources on his own with the same strategy because he knew it was like a chessboard sort of set up in advance. He knew exactly where the lines of sight
He was
would
a
be.
special kind of autistic, to be honest with you. Even
He
for
was,
me.
he was a character. He was a very interesting character, strong personality.
Didn't he show us a picture of all the medals he had?
Oh yeah, it turns out he was just like a cook. Afghan or something like that.
Yeah, he showed us all these fucking medals, and he's actually just like a cook in the army.
Here's the thing I could do. I could attack Liège, who have 6,000 troops, right? And that would draw France into the war. I mean, do you guys want to try that? If we fight Liège, then we're fighting Cleves and France.
I want to just like expand in Italy. What is the need right now for going after France?
I need something to do.
Okay, take more of Germany then. But take Poland, take Germany. You got tons of territory to expand into. Yeah, we need us to help you beat up France for nothing.
Gotcha. I got you, fam.
If you have like a real strategic reason, I can talk about helping, but I just like if you're bored and you just want to fight the French, I don't know if you need me for that. I'm not the Emperor. I don't have infinite pools of manpower and force limits. I wish I did.
So it's alright, this plan's already going into motion.
Don't forget where all your armies are, Sid.
I can see 12,000 guys in the Netherlands. That's all I should need.
For France? Yeah, I think that's about right.
Oh yeah, top up to your chat that video I sent you.
Not yet. Do you want to play Men of War?
No. Don't play games these days. What are you talking about? Run D&D. That's my poison.
My poison. What a quote.
I've been painting these dungeons for D&D sessions around, and they look really good.
Rats.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird kind of hobby I sort of developed, you know?
Fun.
Although, I'm really looking forward to about like 2-3 weeks. I think 3 weeks. I'm gonna get a giant telescope. By amateur standards, at least. You get a good 12-inch aperture telescope and start staring at the sky. Yeah, previously
That
got
was
a...
When I was a kid, we had this like couple that they were really into that, and they had this like massive trash can sized telescope. Dark nights, they would go out and
Yeah. See some interesting stuff up there. Some of the simpler stuff can look really, really good as well. Like if you just pointed at Jupiter, you get these amazing sort of views of Jupiter and the planets around it. Like the moons around it. Stuff like that. But yeah, I went to a dark site in West Wales and I could see the Milky Way, so hopefully I can do that again, but like with a powerful telescope on hand. Really see some far out stuff.
There was this one time in Los Angeles, there was a blackout, and lots of people phoned into the Los Angeles Fire Department saying there was a huge fire downtown, and it was actually they could see the Milky Way, but they just never seen it before. Right, living in Los Angeles.
Okay, Sid, I have an issue with my squad lead.
Okay.
He just told me to drive up to the flank of a tiger, and he began to shoot into this tiger's flank, right? And he said to me, "It's not penetrating. It's not penetrating. Why aren't we destroying it or even damaging it?" And all the shots were just ricocheting off. And I said, "Do you know what we're in right now?"
No.
And he says,
"What are
"What?"
we in?"
And I said, "We're in an SDF 222." we're blinking away.
Why are you shooting at a tiger in one of your own armored cars?
Whatever, I don't know. It's a Sherman Firefly. Not
Right.
a tiger.
What? Firefly should pen clean through, no matter what the angle.
No, they were shooting a Firefly with an armored car with a 20mm cannon.
Oh, that could actually kill him. Surely if it was like sidearm, no?
I think they probably could, only if they were completely perpendicular.
Yeah. 20mm rounds, though. Pen's, I think, like 30-40 mil.
Oh, nice, France is in a big war now. Oh, this is all turning up great.
Yeah. Paris is
Not
pretty
actually
fire
that
right
big
now.
of a war though, but actually look who they're fighting. It's not. Oh my goodness, I have a 4-5-3-3 general. Hell yeah! Ready to fight everyone. Give me armies twice the size. I don't care.
Well, every little helps. It means they're going to be distracted in the first moments of the war, so I can at least knock out Klebs and Liège.
Plebs and plebs.
Klebs and plebs. I don't know whether I should get another general. This one isn't so great.
I feel like I should go attack so powerful with my great fucking. All I have.
Do you want to be my backup Manchester just in case? No. Okay.
Manchester, are you there? I haven't heard him speak in a while.
Sorry, what's up? I was getting up for a moment.
I was asking if you wanted to be my backup in this war against France, but oh shit! Can I get speed 2?
Yeah, I could join you in your war, I suppose. I'm just sitting here. They help me against the Turks later or whatever.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You're gonna lose that battle.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Alright, not much chance, because it's past my bedtime.
You have 9k that you're not. I don't think.
Hey, Jeff.
They were all. Oh, fuck's sake! Yeah, you're right.
Time to call up the Hungarians.
Are you coming, Sid?
To what?
Postscriptum.
No, I'm playing this EU4 game.
Aren't you joining and stuff at?
I just don't think I can dedicate the time or energy to play effectively.
Okay. What are we trying to do here? Take Liège?
Yeah, and take a bit of France.
Where's your cannons? You need cannons.
At this stage? Sure, I'll build some.
Guess you want to sit on the fort for fucking 4 hours.
You need a ton just to bolt a seed.
Yeah. Well, if you make like one army, which is all cannons, you can get 5 for the cannon modifier is really good. Alright, I'm slowly making my way up there. Be there soon. Ooh, that's a nasty battle. Let's try to get there in time. As your general, I have shit generals right now.
Mine's average. Oh, we going in? Okay.
Oh shit, sorry. I'm already locked in. Alright, it's fine.
No, sorry, I didn't.
Just
I
save it,
didn't see
save.
chasing. Fucking Würzburg annex mains while I wasn't looking. God damn it.
Those cheeky
Oh,
cunts.
it would Clevs as well. I wiped their army on day 1 though, so they don't have any dudes right now.
Well, they've probably pumped out some mercs at this point, no? Unless you're sitting on their territory.
Hey, here we go, we got some cannons.
Heh. The Papal State is an archbishopric. What the fuck? It's got a dynasty in charge of it. The Medici dynasty. It's not
What?
They're attacking you.
It's not the papacy government anymore. It's a despotic monarchy. I'm coming down. No, look at the Pope. It's fucked up.
Yeah, weird. Weird. Call me Il Papa.
I think Saxony and your vassals are going to take care of Cleves, so we can just sit up here at the frontier. Oh, they're attacking you again. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, he's
and again.
persistent, isn't he?
$25 aggressive.
Uh-oh, we're getting called into that one. Sid? Oh no, they're... okay, never mind.
No, I've not been called into a war.
Genoa's already out of the Empire, never mind.
Hey, Sid.
Hey, babe.
No homo.
Okay.
I missed you, Mac.
Good. Glad to hear you're doing.
Wow. Hit him so hard his army melted.
Did we wipe him?
Yeah.
It's good. Should.
I think that shattered retreats should be mandatory at all times. Thank you.
They just threw their bodies at us, like, over and over again. Like...
Hope I don't get a coalition. Okay, by the time the war is done, everyone.
So, Mac,
What's going on?
have you been snorting cocaine off of any sex workers' bodies recently?
Never hooked up with a sex worker.
But you have snorted cocaine off of them.
Never snorted cocaine off the body of a sex worker.
I like that I got him to use my terminology. He's a real progressive, guys.
Most appropriate and respectful terminology, so I felt fine following that lead.
Sid, are you still socially conservative?
I think so.
Why?
Why not?
That is the issue. That is the issue, gentlemen. That is the problem.
Classic.
Fucking status quo.
They're reactionaries, dude. It's not the status quo they're fighting for. Conservatives are not fighting. Conservatism used to mean slow, progressive change. This is reactionary, is all this is.
I mean, let's keep in mind that Sid's not really politically just like a moderate right person. Come on. We know what kind of media he consumes, okay?
Doing. Just
We
just,
get
If we do any.
just reads fucking 4chan. That's
We
his
get the
media.
links. We get the links at 4 a.m. in the morning, don't we, guys? I'm not the only one, right?
Tell him every time he writes me, I'd be heartened if they were fucking, the fuck is that website? Like the fascist one. No. More than that.
Oh,
Like,
Stormfront?
Stormfront, yeah. I'm always like,
Daily story.
I'm like, please, just like me Stormfront. Don't like me this 4chan shit.
Let's go straight to the source. Give me the good shit.
Give me the good shit. Make my granddad proud.
Who do I give an electorate? Oh, I know who. There you go. Bawa will service as Prince Electors.
Hell yeah.
The noble principality of Bar.
I hate aggressive expansion, by the way. It's like the most. I just want to gobble some shit out. Why you guys had a. Hey, ruin my day.
It's like bad boy points in Victoria too. It's just an artificial barrier, you know.
It always. It's when you're in Italy, it always feels rough. Like, oh, I took one province. Better wait another 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, in certain areas, yeah, like the HRE or in Italy, it gets pretty nasty pretty quick, you know. Alternatively, if you play England, right, and you take all of Scotland, right, people might be a little miffed, but they're probably not going to form a national, like an international coalition against you, because you're so far away. You know what I mean?
Yep. That's true. That's true. Like when you play the Turk, you can just fuck up the Mamluks because the only mad at you is like the. Okay. Go ahead and form your coalition of one, motherfucker.
Similar to Russia. It's similar to Russia. You only have to worry if you're going west as Russia.
The West, young man.
Hey, Sid. Did you know that in World War One, shields were really popular.
Really?
Body shields. Yep. I thought you would know that.
You know what was really popular?
What?
Dodging the draft.
Yeah, fucking that'd be great.
Ooh, you get some
World War One.
pretenders on Prague, by the way.
I know, I'm moving an army there right now.
And then he's teleported his army to Tyrol, taking your gold.
Yeah.
Classic. Oh, that's a lot of pretenders. I have like a God King general. Oh, if you, that's getting a little tight. Oh, you need to give me access, Sid.
Oh, to get to Bohemia. Alright.
Yeah, I'll come help you.
I think that army should be able to deal with them. There's going to be 30,000 French troops in Tyrol, which is annoying.
That's a fort there, right? So you can probably just
Yep.
use map.
Ah, yeah, we've got mountains as well.
In that war though.
That's okay. I just, the mountains might make it easier.
Yeah, if you're I like glorious 533. Oh, I can't go into Prague.
Have we beaten the French now? Come on. It's fucking French. These shitty cunts. Did you make any cannons?
I'm heading
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Prague.
2. He built 2.
Sid, help me. Sid, help me.
Wow.
Sid, help me. I'm going to
coming.
Prague.
I'm coming, jeez.
You're trying to save his fucking PU and he's laughing about.
Here we go, we've beaten the French, okay?
Hey.
Thank you, Mac.
For his friend.
Oh shit, am I gonna be trapped over here now? I'm gonna be trapped over here. Okay, the Swiss will let me through. Okay. Switzerland.
Nice. Der liebe Schweiß. I hate that I can't take this because I want to take Venice. It's impossible to get vassalizations without royal marriage. It's just so difficult. Alright, so just gotta wait for year end and then I'm good. Yeah. also been to Venice, which is also a very cool place. I would recommend going in like March though, when it's still kind of cold, and not during the summer when it's stinky and full of tourists. How many times is Naples going to war with the Pope? How does one start a coalition? Do you guys know? There it is. Form coalition against. $256 admin to for Venice.
Woo.
Feels bad, man.